Hello everyone. Hi, I'm Ravijot. Today, I feel very glad for getting this opportunity to share my journey of battling with lupus with you all. I was very happy when I was offered the job of a school coordinator in a very reputed school. Being a postgraduate in engineering and then quitting my job of software engineer to embrace motherhood with my two beautiful kids, my life has been very unpredictable. Who would have thought that our little world would come crashing down in days to come? My life turned into a havoc in my early 30s. It all started back in 2018 when I experienced an unexplained fever. I had weakness in my body. My hands were weak and fragile. My legs were drained out. I could not pick up my kids. I could not play with my kids. There was something terribly wrong with my body, and I was totally clueless about it. This condition continued for at least 3 months, and there was no diagnosis. Finally, due to the massive hair fall that I faced, all this hair is regrown after my medication started. So that made a trigger in my diagnosis, and I was detected with SLE lupus nephritis. So finally, my treatment started. Luckily, the medicines worked on me and I started improving. My health got better, but that was short lived as after a few months, I was again hit by dengue. Dengue was terrific. Dengue traumatized me. I was in such a pathetic condition. My hands and feet could not move at all. They were in so much of pain. I used to shout when I used to touch the floor. I was unable to do that. I lost my hearing capacity. I could not hear what was. I could not speak. I had severe breathlessness issues. All these resulted in a lot of anger and frustration and which my family bared. My family had been very supportive with me. My husband, the man I married, he is the most amazing, the most caring person I've ever seen. So he was all over me. My family, my in-laws were there to take care of my kids. So I guess that was that played a major role in for me not getting into chronic depression, because lupus patients, they do get into depression, like thinking about what has happened to them. And but I had immense family support. I always surrounded by love and support, so that was not at all an issue for me. So I think the family, we all should value our family. So that is the most important thing I would like. So finally, again, the modern medicines worked, and I was able to come back to my little normal self, though it took one whole year for me to come back to normal. And I realized that during this time, my kids were growing up. And I used to miss those little cuddles, those little stuff that I used to do for them, and I started doing that. I was feeling good with them. My family was feeling good for me, but I guess that was again short lived, as I was again hit very hard by herpes virus. That pain traumatized me. That's the deadliest pain I've ever experienced in my life. I can't even explain how bad it was. I had no clue what's happening outside, day and night, what is going on. I was put on very high dose of tranquilizers, which was not working for me. They did not give me rest for more than 5 or 10 minutes. I used to shut my door and stuff clothes in my mouth so that my cries don't reach out to my kids. I still have that pain. I developed it last year, and I still have that pain on my lower abdomen and back. I can't wear proper clothes because my skin has become sensitive to the touch. So I just can't wear anything on that part. But yes, life goes on. We do face certain obstacles. I would say it's not easy. It's not at all easy, but I guess we have to live with that. And one thing that I've learned is to be more grateful and more thankful for what we have. We don't do that. Like at least I was never grateful for being such a blessed mother, which I realized when I went to the hospital and I saw young girls in their 20s trying to get pregnant, trying to have kids. I thanked God. My doctor used to say, you thank God 1,000 times a day that you have a complete family before you got into this lupus. So now I'm grateful to God. I'm really I'm really grateful to God, and I really pray for those young girls uh, who uh, who who want to have kids. Okay, and let's be grateful and thankful for what we have. We don't know what the world is full of unimaginable sorrows and griefs. So guys, so let's like be thankful and for what we have. Let's cherish those moments that we have. And second of all, in my case, planning does not help at all. I had a perfect one. I had my job at 23. I had a loving and caring husband at 26. I had my first kid at 28. I had my second kid at 30. And I had lupus at 33, which was not at all a part of my plan. But I had it because it was destined. So I would like to say that just live for the moment. Just don't sulk for why this happened to me, why this. I know we do have weak moments. That's true. We do have weak moments. So it's okay. It's okay. But uh, it's okay not to be okay, right? But don't make it a part and parcel of your life. See, you have to move on, and that is possible only if we uh, try to do what we want to do, and that is today. Decide what you want to do with the moments that you have, rather than sulking all the time. Oh, what's going to happen after 6 months, or what's going to happen after a year? Nobody has seen that time, so chill. If you're happy today, you'll be happy afterwards. So try to have that positivity in you. Okay. And one thing I want to say that prayers do help, prayers do miracles, right? And I think we are God's favorites. We are God's favorites indeed. For like so that we keep chanting His name. So I've heard it's commonly said that suffering is a medicine, and pleasure is a disease. So when we have pleasure, when we are happy, we don't desire for God. We pray to Him, or we chant His name only in our sufferings, right? So that is the best way to deal with life, I guess. And all my very best to all the fellow Lupis out there.